Hey everyone, it's Rachel Youngson here from usepLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. You are at our PLR Power Hour. This is an hour that we use, carve out every week so that we can connect as an audience, learn new ways and better effective ways to use our PLR, and more than anything, carve out an hour of our week to actually put that PLR to use or make a plan for it. All really important stuff. So, hi guys. So before we get into too much today, I wanted to go around and see, first of all, does anyone choose to lurk today? Just let me know in the chat box and we'll make sure that we don't call on you, or that sounds so teacherish. We don't. Thanks, Kim. Kim said she is lurking today, which is totally cool, Kim. And she says she's lucky to be here. I really appreciate that, Kim. I feel like we're lucky to have you here. And for anyone listening on the replay, most of the folks who are here today have been here before, but sometimes people choose to come and just keep themselves muted and just work on their PLR and maybe listen to whatever we're talking about. And that's totally okay. In fact, I think it's a great way to use your time. Okay, so Greg, Mr. Greg, did you want to talk today, Greg? Sure, I'll go ahead and unmute you. How are you, Greg?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
That's good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, good, because apparently I thought I was talking through my headphones until you started talking, and then I realized my headphones weren't working. So, because your voice is coming out of my computer, so.
I'm able to hear you fine. I don't know about everybody else, though.
Yeah, if anybody has any trouble hearing me, let me know, and I'll start screaming or something. I'll raise my volume and all that fun stuff.
But I find right from the beginning.
Good, perfect. So Greg, have you worked? Well, first of all, how is the promotion going that you were part of?
Quite well. I mean, the bundle program ended, and people have, I think it's until mid-June to download everything. So I think I've had 60 or more people already.
That's great.
Opt in for it. Yeah.
That's really great. And like we were talking about ways to get ourselves out there a few weeks ago, and this is definitely, I think, a great way for you to get other people in. I'm really happy to hear that. I've also had some success with that bundle. We're talking about April's.
Yes.
Yes. I've also had some success with that bundle. I think she's just a great lady. I'd love to have her come over here and speak one day. She's just really nice. Have you ever connected with her outside of this? Outside of this bundle, I guess I should say.
No. Just, I mean, we had some brief emails back and forth with respect to the bundle itself. However, I've not had any opportunity to speak with her other than that. I mean, she was pretty busy getting that bundle together. So,
yeah.
Oh
my gosh, right? Yeah. She's doing a I think it's a PLR implementation workshop. I think I'm gonna touch base with her and see if she'll come and chat with us one day. She's a great lady. So other than that, the Instagram, have you tackled that bear yet? If not, it's okay. I'm just curious.
No. And the reason being is because when I started seeing the numbers go up of people that are taking, are downloading my report, there's actually a full book that goes along with it. And so I'm making sure I'm getting those items ready. And so I've been focusing on what you taught the last couple of weeks about making covers and e-covers and things of that nature. And so I've been busy trying to get sort of the rest of the packages together and making some different e-covers and things of that nature.
It's kind of fun once you start getting into that stuff, isn't it?
I've been addicted all morning playing with e-covers.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I have to admit, like, they say like when you outsource the things you hate. And I love doing the covers personally, so I might do those forever.
I got lost in time this morning, and I looked up and it was after 12, and I went, oh my.
It's easy to do that though, like once you realize what a huge, like once you know like a little formula to do it and you can do it quickly, it's a lot. Like, you can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the whole thing with Instagram and then shifting to doing the e-covers, like that happens all the time in business. Like you kind of go where your business dictates that you go. So, I understand that totally.
I think I'm just trying to juggle a little too much all at once, and trying to, I'm learning about all that can go, which is great. I just need to get I think the little bit of loose ends tied up first, and then I'll get going on the Instagram piece. And I think of it each week. I keep thinking, Rachel's going to ask. Rachel's going to ask. You better get going. But it just doesn't seem to have enough. I'm struggling a little bit for the free time to get some of the work done that needs to be done in the background first.
No, you know what? That's totally understandable. And it happens. It totally happens. I mean, just think of all the times that I've been like, hey guys, we're having a power hour in an hour. And then I've been like, oh, never mind. I have to cancel it. I mean, it happens,
True.
I'll try to remind myself not to ask about it though, because I imagine it probably does make you feel a little put on the spot.
And no, that's okay. I feel it makes, it gives me some accountability to make sure I get it done. It's just, I just don't want to disappoint everybody by keep saying, no, I didn't do it again.
Well, if it helps, I'm trying to build a community where nobody's disappointed in anybody else. So if it helps, I'm trying to get everybody to lift each other up.
That's good.
But I did want to just as a reminder though, once you do have it up, or any form of social media, actually, if you want me to give it a shout out, just let me know. Just reach out to me.
I will. Thank you.
Sure. Is there anything you wanted to talk about today?
Not anything in particular, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Mr. Greg. It was really great talking to you.
Thank you.
Jen Brockman. You going to get chatty today, Jen, or not? It's okay. Whatever you want to do.
Sure, I can talk.
Hey, I keep forgetting you know how to use Zoom. So.
Well, I'm learning,
I was like, where did that come from? How are you today?
I'm good. So I actually do have a question
Sure.
that maybe everybody can chime in on. I'm working on my video course, teaching people how the process that I use to make my planners and stuff. And I'm kind of hung up on pricing it. So maybe, I kind of like to throw that out there and see what everybody thinks.
Yeah, well, I'll go first. Everyone else, please feel free to chime in the chat box. And anyone listening to the replay, please feel free to let us know in the Facebook group what your thoughts are on this too, because I think it's really important. If I'm yelling right now, I'm sorry. There's a trash truck behind me and my headphones aren't working. So anyway, though, I would think, some people do courses and they do them for $97, and I have to say, your courses, like what you taught us for free, was just, excuse me, guys, so kick-ass that I can only imagine what the paid course is going to offer.
Thanks.
And I mean, I know that people like in my community kept emailing me and saying, this is such good information. I love this. I mean, it's really, really something. But I believe this is your first paid course.
Yes,
is that right?
It would be.
I would think, and I think that it's a smart idea to poll a few people, but I would think, depending on the bulk of the course, $27 or maybe $49.95.
Okay.
And one of the kind of tricks that people use is they'll keep the regular pricing, like let's say at $49.95, and then you can email like Sue, who also does journals, and say, hey, I've got this course. I want to give your people a discount, and they can get it for $27 or even $19.95.
Right.
You know, you set the price that is not necessarily the final price, but
right.
That's something that people do all the time. Like, and the trick, Alice Seba once told me, you want to make an offer so good that it's very hard for people to say no.
Right.
Like they're getting this abundance of stuff. So like if I felt like I was getting this abundance of stuff for $19.95, I would be like, oh my gosh, I need to figure out who this Jen Brockman chick is, and
Yep.
But anyone else have any thoughts on this? Oh, and also a really nice trick I learned from Alice Seba is to end your pricing in like a 7 or a 95, like 95 or like 27, 17.
Right. Yeah, I think I've heard that kind of pricing stuff before. Even in retail, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I never realized. I'm so late to the party sometimes. I didn't even realize until Alice told me, and I was like, hey, I've only been doing this for like 3 years. I'm really glad I figured that out.
Yeah, I don't always follow it, but I've definitely heard that before. Yeah, and my initial thought was, to maybe offer it like out the gate for like $24.99 or something along that line. So one of the ways that I even started learning how to do this stuff, when Sue launched her first course on how to do this stuff, she offered like the first 5 or 10 people or something to sign up and agree to do a review for her, and help her kind of work through any buggy stuff for free. So I was kind of thinking about doing something along that line too. I don't have kind of a plan for like how big this is going to be. It was something that I probably would not have done, but I've had people ask me about it. So I feel a little, I don't know, wishy-washy about it. Maybe that's not quite the right word, but I think I'm kind of on the same line of thought as you are about it, Rachel.
Have you looked at like Sue's course and what she charged for her course and all that fun stuff? Not to copy, but like as a comparison or as a baseline, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to pricing because I've still just been working on actually making the course. I don't remember what she offered on her first one for pricing, but I can definitely ask her.
Yeah, I would totally ask her. I would double check. Because I think that would be a great place to start. And of course, Sue would be a really great affiliate for your course. As would I. I will definitely promote your course.
Sure.
When it's ready. But yeah, I would start there. Kind of like the other week, how we were talking about like doing a little bit of digging with web pages and things and using that as like a point of reference, even if you're not copying it directly.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but and it's okay if I ask people in our group too. You wouldn't mind that, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, when I post the replay, I'll say something about that, just to kind of get more feedback. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have any? Can I go ahead and mute you, Jenna, or is there anything else you wanted to talk about today?
I don't think so. Nope, I can't think of anything.
Okay. I'll probably tag you when I make that Facebook post tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. All right, ma'am. I'm going to go ahead and mute you.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, guys. So one of the things that I was asked recently, as you know, sometimes between these power hours, folks who aren't able to attend live will send in questions that they want answered. And I got a very interesting question yesterday about email marketing. But it was not directed at how to use PLR in emails, which for those of you who are curious, you can use PLR, break it down and make emails. And in the same sense, you can take your emails, bundle them into a report. If they're PLR emails, I mean, you can do a lot of different things with it. But for the purposes of this email, this question, she wanted to know strictly about the email marketing. So I wanted to kind of go into some stuff with you guys today. My understanding, and she's going to get back in touch with me, but my understanding is that it's not necessarily how to get traffic to those sign-up boxes, but rather it's what to do after they sign up. So I wanted to let you guys know just a few things that I've been playing around with and I've been thinking about. The first thing I wanted to say is I use Aweber for my email service. And so essentially what will happen is when somebody signs up through to a list, they will get a free report, or they'll get whatever gift they signed up for, and then they'll be added into my nurture sequence. I've got to be honest with you guys and let you know my nurture sequences suck. But they're really important to have, and you'll get those like one-off emails every so often that kind of remind you that, hey, those nurture sequence emails are still going out, even though you don't even think about them. So for instance, I had someone just the other day get something I wasn't thinking about. Jen says that hers aren't that great either, but the nurture sequence emails from Piggy Makes Bank are good, and they are. If you guys have never, if you're in any kind of looking for any PLR in health and wellness or marketing or anything like that, I would go over to piggymakesbank.com because they're great ladies, but they also, like you said, Jen, they do great with their nurture sequences. And oddly enough, even though I'm bad at it and they're really good at it, we share a coach. So you'd think I'd be better at it, but I'm not. So one thing that I've learned from my coach in the last few months is when someone purchases something, it's a good idea to have like 5 email follow-ups regarding that single purchase. So for instance, let's say that you bought my new Paleo for Beginners super pack, which isn't actually new. It's a huge revamp on a pack that we already had. So the first day, after you get your pack, the second day I might say, hey, have you had a chance to do XYZ with the checklists yet? Here's how to do it. And then I might say something at the end like, if you have any questions, let me know. The third day, I might say, hey, did you see page 10 of your PLR instruction book where it talks about XYZ? Did you have any questions on that? Fourth day might be another freebie of some kind or something else in line with it. And then the fifth day, it would be something that's related to it. What do you want them to do now? Now they've got these like 4 days of, hey, you're a really cool person. I like getting this stuff from you. What do you want them to do on the fifth day? Usually it's some kind of a purchase. So usually it's, hey, you really liked my Paleo for Beginners, or hey, thanks for getting the Paleo for Beginners pack. I just wanted to let you know you can get content like this every month when you join Trish Lindamood's bite-sized bundles, for instance. And that's essentially the way a nurture sequence would go. It doesn't mean that everyone is always feeling like they're getting flooded with your emails. What it does mean though, and it doesn't mean you have to like have like 2 or 3 weeks of emails for every single product. It does mean though that you want to have like a week, 5 days a week, something around there. You don't want them to be totally promotional. You want to give them really good value. You want to keep reminding them about the product that they bought, because let's be honest, so many times we buy products and we're like, hey, what the heck? I know I do that like a lot. So that's really kind of the breakdown of the nurture sequence. And as far as making your emails pretty, I wanted to let everybody know that some of you might know our friend Angel Santos, and she uses Kartra. So the other part of my response to this client is Kartra based, because sometimes on these calls we talk about, hey, I haven't started my affiliate program yet. Hey, I'm new to this, that, and the other. And even though I don't know a lot about Kartra, and I may be moving over to it, I don't know, I'm getting ready to do my trial. Even though I don't know a lot about it, I do know that it has a shopping cart built into it, has an affiliate platform built into it, and it has the ability to design web pages built into it. And supposedly it helps you to connect these the systems that you're already using so they'll talk to each other. Miss Charlene, we're going to be talking about your product today. But anyway, so if you already have a system in place, for instance, Jen uses Affiliately. I would not recommend that she switch from Affiliately to Kartra. I just wouldn't. If I was really familiar with the Kartra system and I knew how easy it would be and that kind of stuff, or if I could say with confidence, I've used this, I know for a fact you can keep your Affiliately affiliate information and still use these other features of Kartra and they'll still connect because supposedly Kartra will let you do that, then that would be one thing. But let's say Kim doesn't have an affiliate program and she's starting from total scratch. Well, maybe Kartra would be a good option for her because the ability to, you know, we talk about how pricey shopping carts can be. We talk about JVZoo and how, and Warrior Forum and, or I'm sorry, what am I saying? You know, the other one, Warrior Plus, and how these places are great for free places for you to promote your products. But we also talk about how, you know, you never want to keep your products there long term. You want your own system in place. So I'm just throwing that out there for everybody. And I wanted to see, does anybody have any specific questions on email marketing that you want answered, or questions on like maybe what a Kartra system could do for you, and maybe if that's something that you were interested in. The reason I ask is because I do want to have Angel come and speak with us when she has some free time and kind of let us know the Kartra system. But I also think it's really important for us to spend some time brainstorming as a group what we should be doing with our emails moving forward. Jen says that was actually her other question, whether she should offer her course through JVZoo or Warrior Plus. So Jen, I say, yeah, in the beginning, JVZoo, some people are being a little funny with it right now because there was some hiccup a few weeks ago. Personally though, I still I just feel more comfortable on JVZoo. I would say yes, for this first product, go ahead and do it, because all those affiliates who aren't used to you yet, all of those people who maybe like the J.R. Lang and the Kate Rieger, folks who maybe don't know you the way that I know you or Stu knows you, they trust those systems. And so they're more apt to be like, hey, yeah, I'll be an affiliate for you if you're using those systems. And, you know, you can definitely change it up later, or you can definitely create like a second page on your website, a duplicate page, but instead of the buy button going to JVZoo, the buy button could be on your page. And that way the affiliates who are already sending traffic to the page with the JVZoo buy button, let's say, they won't have any interruption. Because sometimes what people do with that stuff too is they put them in their back end, and so like you'll get clicks all the time even if you're not actively promoting it and nobody else is actively promoting it that you know of. Yeah, you and I are totally on the same page, Jen. Okay, so Greg says he hasn't had an interest in Kartra because he's built websites and he knows how to set up shopping carts. That's great, Greg. You know, some people will use stuff like would love to outsource that kind of stuff. Just throwing that out there because it can be such a headache. Charlene says that she'll duplicate her current product page so she can put it up on JVZoo. She didn't think of that. Yeah, Charlene. Um, I've never, have I done it? I may have done it once or twice, but I do think I changed up my actual product page a little bit. But yeah. I want to say, I think internetslayers.com has some examples of that. I think Jara Lang has some of her products that she's strictly selling through JVZoo and others that are strictly from her site. Greg says he likes doing websites and whatnot, which is really cool, Greg. So if you ever, if you ever wanted to, are you familiar, do you do WordPress sites or? Yep, Greg says he does WordPress sites. So hey, if you ever want to try to do a little something on the side, let me know, and we'll, maybe we can let the community know and figure out what works for you as far as pricing. And a lot of people actually, when they start by doing something service-based while they're working on their own stuff, and then they're able to just make the switch. Charlene says it's only her second product, but moving forward, she likes to know that she can do the switching with the buttons, the duplicate pages and stuff. Yeah, Charlene, I think it's great, like a great way to diversify. I may not have used that right, but either way, when I first did my first JVZoo launch, it was my Paleo for Athletes bundle. And about 6 months or so after the launch, it was a long time after, I was like, well, hey, I can just switch that buy button from the JVZoo buy button to one of my A member buy buttons for the affiliates that I'm now getting. And one of my JVZoo affiliates was like, hey, my people aren't able to click through anymore. What's going on? And that's how I realized that, oh, they actually do keep sending traffic there. So that's when I decided to just make another one. Jen says she started by making WordPress stuff, but WordPress has become a headache. Well, thankfully, Jen, Greg likes to do it. Greg says that sounds great as far as possibly if his schedule is okay and he chooses to do it, possibly offering to help some of us with our websites for a fee, of course. But yeah, Greg, we can definitely, if you think that would work well for you, let me know. We can definitely talk offline about something that we can maybe talk to everybody about maybe next week, or I can send out an email. I just don't want to overstep, and I don't want to say, I don't want to undersell your services, definitely. So whatever works for you. Yeah, if you want to do that, we can totally do that. I don't want to put you on the spot, but yeah, we can totally, if you're truly interested in doing that, we'll do it. Feel free to shoot me an email. I could say that I'll email you, but we all know how forgetful I can be. So thank you, Greg. Okay, so does anyone else have any questions on the whole email thing? Because I did want to go over another thing with you guys today too. And for anyone who's listening to the replay, please feel free to let us know in the Facebook group or shoot me an email at rachel@useplr.com to let me know your questions about email marketing, emails in general. And if you have questions about how to use PLR in your emails, feel free to let me know that too. But I did think it was important to talk about, just because I want to make sure that this member, when she listens to the replay, gets some ideas, hopefully. Charlene says, what do you mean using PLR in the email? Basically, Charlene, I mean, like, those big bundles that people give where they have an autoresponder series that goes with it, how to like change that up, load it into your email system, maybe what kind of offerings would pair well with that autoresponder series, things like that. Another thing is, if you have PLR, if you have like one of those big bundles and you have autoresponder emails, you can totally take those emails and change them up a little bit and make them a report. Okay, cool. Yeah, Yeah, we're totally on the same page then. Charlene says she's used her autoresponders in that way as well. So I wanted to let you guys know for the second half of this call, I wanted to talk about something else. And this is our social media, because Charlene has created this really great product, and I wanted to make sure that everybody had a chance to ask her questions if they had questions, but also had a chance to see what it's about. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share, and I'm also going to share the link directly to our product with you guys as well. And what this is going to do is, what I really like about this product, let me say this, is it's much more than just a, it's more than just like social media content. You know, when I downloaded it, I couldn't believe it. She's got like checklists for Facebook and LinkedIn. She's got like all this bulk stuff for Hootsuite. So if you use that, then it helps you with your bulk scheduler. She's got a calendar in there. I mean, it's really, really good stuff. And I know that I like to talk about it when members do really great stuff, and Charlene's really done something great. Jen says that Charlene's product is awesome, and yes, I agree with you, ma'am. It sure is. I said it to everybody in my email this morning. It was so great that after I downloaded it and I looked at it, first thing I did was send Charlene a testimonial, because I loved it so much. It was so good. So anyway, I'll go ahead and grab the link, and then we'll go over all this great stuff here. For those of you newer to my calls, this is my PrettyLinks plugin, which is what I use for all of my, to cloak all of my affiliate links. If you have any questions on that, feel free to let me know. Okay, so this is her done for you social media marketing. It's really, really cool. And what I like about this is that a few weeks ago, we had a conversation about social media. We had a conversation about how to create those pretty images for social media, and Instagram, and different ways to kind of sort through Instagram and that kind of stuff. So when I saw this, I was thinking, this really plays well with that. And okay, Jen says she'd like to see me show everybody how to use PrettyLinks. I totally will, Jen. We'll do it before the end of the call. Thank you for letting me know. So when I saw Charlene's product, I thought, well, this really pairs well with what we've just been discussing. So as you guys know, sometimes for those folks who are able to attend these calls live, I like to do something that maybe I'm not able to do for everybody, or that I don't do it for everybody, because I know that you guys are taking time out of your day so that you can keep the momentum going with our community and building our community by attending these live. So if you choose to purchase this, if you feel like it will help you, truly help you, then to help you build on your social media strategy, email me after you purchase this, and we would like to give you our, where is it? PLR to Instagram Rockstar product, which is going to help you with your Instagram strategy and your everything you need to know about getting started on Instagram and marketing on Instagram. If you already have this product, let me know, and we'll gift you another product of $27 or less from the Use PLR site. So yeah, so if this is something that you want to deal with, and this is something that you're looking to expand on as your social media presence, I really, really recommend what Charlene's got going on here. Charlene, did you want to speak to this at all, or am I doing an okay job? You can feel free to Oh, thanks, Charlene. Charlene says it's a really good bonus. I appreciate that, Charlene, because it's something we definitely talked about. Okay. Yeah. So Charlene's going to talk to us for a few minutes, maybe answer any questions after I go over this for you. So basically, we all know the frustrations of social media. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Like for the first, before I found Canva, I spent the longest time never being able to format anything correctly for social media. Like anytime I tried to make pretty pictures, they would be pretty if you actually were on Facebook, but if you were like on the mobile site, they'd be all jacked up. It was really bad. So create your social engagement with these questions, which is really great because you can, of course, tweak those pretty easily. Calendar prompts. Social media calendar is really, really important because that way you kind of, if you're trying to build your presence there, then you know what you need to do. And even if like, as you go through and you start to tweak that for yourself, the calendar for yourself, then, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is you'll get into a groove. And once you get into that groove, maybe you don't use the calendar as Charlene uses it. Maybe you use it a little bit differently. Maybe, you know, you'll find what works for your audience. That's a great way to start. Checklists for the top 5 platforms. This is what really got me. I was like floored when I read these. These are really good. So, and I believe, Charlene, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and is it Facebook groups, Charlene? There's something else I'm missing. Oh, Facebook Live. There we go. Which, I mean, considering how huge Facebook Live is becoming, I think I can't believe I even forgot about that one. So I used Hootsuite for a long, long time. It's a great free tool if you're trying to build your social media presence. And they do this wonderful bulk scheduling thing that honestly I could never figure out how to do it. So this is pretty nice. Of course, you've got your images. You can throw these in Canva and you can change them up how you need to. Conversation starters, which are really great. Super easy to tweak those to your niche, or whatever people say. So yeah. Oh, you get Pinterest too. There it is. Pinterest, Facebook Live, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So yeah. And like I said, I was so impressed that I had to give her a testimonial like right away. So anyway, $17 today. But again, if you get this, you'll get our $27 product to go along with it. Just because I feel like between this and the Instagram product, I think it will give you a really, really great footing for your social media. I do think it's important to say that the product from Use PLR is for personal use only, which means that you can't share it with your audience. You can't claim it as your own. It's our Use PLR product, training product. Jen said that this has come at the right time for her because she's trying to get all of her social media in place for planning addicts. Yeah, I'm with you, Jen. And you know, I'm always looking for ways to make my social media life easier because I'm really bad at social media. Anyone who's friends with me on Facebook knows that I like do my promotions for my business and then I'm just like, whatever. I'm like really bad at social media. Okay, Miss Charlene, is it okay if I unmute you? Maybe you can answer some questions that anybody might have, or great. How are you, Charlene?
Hello, Rachel. Doing pretty good. Sounds like you're doing pretty good too.
I am. I'm doing really good today, which is funny because I was like really, really tired like 10 minutes before we started. I was like, I really need some coffee. But wasn't that a great email I sent you this morning? Charlene this morning. I was like, hey, Charlene, I can't get this to work. And I was like, never mind, Charlene, just ignore me. I don't know what I'm doing.
And then my response, which was, okay, ignored, wink, wink.
Yeah. No problem. So.
All right, so I'd like to say just a few things because I'm really excited about this product. And this is how I work, right? I'm excited because I put a lot of time. I've spent the last couple of months trolling Facebook groups and pages. I've been noting what gets people engaged, answering questions, what comments they make, what what's posted. Is it just an image with a quote or with a picture? Is it with the text? Is it specific? How specific do they get? Meaning, the group owners, the page owners on Instagram, on LinkedIn, where people gather, right? What is working to get fans and followers to actually engage with that page, group, or profile? And this runs the gamut. I mean, I've been in affiliate marketing groups, I've been in weight loss groups, I've been in multi-level marketing groups, in market research groups, in small business owner groups where they don't even do social media for marketing. I've been in specific retail e-commerce groups, been in spiritual guide groups, woo-woo groups, and Christian related groups and political groups. And across the board, what I saw and made note of, and then I'm sharing with you in this package, is that in every single instance, what got people engaged were questions that were general enough that they didn't feel like they were exposing themselves to the world, but specific enough where most people in the group would have had an experience that they'd want to share, because it was funny, because we're in a serious group, so we're going to get a little serious here, or maybe because it was just the nature of the group allowed for a little more of a personal thing. But again, it's not deep stuff, right? And then the business copy paste questions that I came up with were from business oriented groups. So it was about what works in there. And in those groups, and again, it was either Facebook or LinkedIn primarily in those groups, because they use hashtags to follow their conversations. So I recommend to those who are listening to this and those who are here now that if you use this, come up with like a hashtag daily topic or hashtag daily question, so that you can always refer to it later, right? And get a whole list and then check out your stats. And so I did all that, and I was going through and I was just noting all of it and said, you know what? People are constantly asking, pulling their hair out, how do I get people to engage? How do I get people to talk to me on social media? And that was the question I wanted to answer. And so then I started experimenting in my own stuff, because I run a couple of groups, have my own, and I have my personal page. And I tested some of these questions, and holy cow, holy cow, they work. So I said, all right, I'm just going to put this together and make it as easy as possible. You guys have either 30 days, 60 days, 90 days worth of content here. So that was what led up to the beginning of the creating of this product.
That's really cool, Charlene. So what do we have editable rights to? Is it the whole?
You have the right to do anything you want except resell it as your own.
And then does that go for the guide and the checklist as well?
Yes. You just can't sell it as your own. You have personal use rights. If you want to use portions of the guide in your blog posts, right? Because I could see you maybe using one of the 23 ideas that's in there, and adding it to a blog post about engaging in social media. Feel free. It's yours. Just don't resell it. That's all. You don't have the rights to resell. You don't have the rights to, well, I guess it's just personal use rights. Because really, because I'm thinking about putting it into a larger bundle with full PLR rights, where you can change it up a little bit and then reuse it. I'm beginning to understand what you're asking.
And then if you decided to do it that way, you could, you could of course make the PLR price a good bit more than the personal use price.
Yeah, because there'll be more involved with it.
Yeah.
My intention for this was for the purchaser to be the solo business owner, be it a coach, consultant, trainer, whomever, somebody who's just wanting people to get a little more engaged on their social media, building their own brand, and for VAs to use for their clients, right? That they're the VA, so that feel free to use it in your client groups. That was my thinking when putting this together.
That's perfect. Okay, so for anybody listening to the replay, just remember, if you grab Charlene's wonderful social media pack, this is for personal use only. You can't put your name on it. You cannot sell it as your own. Okay, that's not yours. You can, however, if you're a VA, you can use it as you see fit.
Yeah, if you scroll down in the frequently asked questions, I tried to make that more clear. I mean, I want it to be usable, right? So if you've got, that's why I gave you Word docs and Excel spreadsheets, where you can just copy paste as is, or you look through it and say, oh, that question really stinks. Well, so change it. I'm okay with that. That's not a problem. Make it useful for you.
So I would suggest that anyone who's thinking about buying this, just be sure to read these frequently asked questions before you purchase it. Because one thing when we create something, especially something like this, which Charlene made from scratch, we're really protective of our products. So, and of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I can reach out to Charlene, or feel free to reach out to Charlene directly. Don't forget, if you're on the call and you decide to buy it today, or because you're here live, you will get the PLR to Instagram Rockstar bonus from Use PLR. Thank you, Charlene. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for popping in today.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you for highlighting me. I greatly appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, and any questions anybody has, feel free to ask.
Yeah, please do. If you have any questions, please throw them in the chat box. And then we will do a PrettyLinks walkthrough before we break for today. All right, ma'am. So I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Charlene. And if someone comes up with a question between now and the end of the call, I will I'll hand it back to you. Just so you know, I was going to highlight you anyway, because I really do like what you put together here. I mean, it's really cool. Really quick before we do the PrettyLinks walkthrough, I did want you guys to see our new Paleo for Beginners Super Pack. I wanted to highlight this because we did a lot of revamping to this. This is a pack that we've had out for maybe a year, maybe a year and a half. However, we totally revamped, we revamped a lot of it. So in this pack, we're giving you 20 blog articles. We also have, this sales page is really important because it's also going to tell you exactly what you need to do with this PLR so that you can make money with it quickly. For instance, if you have 20 articles, you can make full reports from that pretty easy. We have a totally different report, which is completely unique, and that's going to go into your 4-week plan for starting the paleo diet. What we're telling you here exactly what you need to do with that report and how to turn it into a PDF, and then you want to upload it to your website. We have a report opt-in page here for you. And of course, we've gone over the Elementor training, which you can use if you don't know how to get this onto your site. We have steps here. We have what you're going to need to do to figure out how you want to profit from this PLR. Social media images, these are totally new. All these steps that we're giving you are totally new. We have 2 checklists. These are also new. One is your paleo plate, and the second is your first 4 weeks. Everything is $47, but we're giving it this week. You can get it for $27 if it suits you. If it doesn't suit you, but you want maybe the PLR trainings or something, reach out to me privately and we'll figure out what to do, because I don't want anybody to buy anything that does not suit them. So what we've included here, and this is what's going to be standard now with all of our packs, is PLR implementation guides. So for this particular pack, we have our PLR Success Steps Journal, which our members received a copy of who were on the call live a few weeks ago. We have a PLR to Profit report, which will show you many different ways to profit from your PLR quickly, how to turn your PLR into social media images, how to use PLR articles, and there we go. So again, this is $27 for all of this. The PLR's training products, they're all personal use only. But I did want to make sure that I let you guys know about it, because I know that I haven't really been pushing it too much. I've mentioned it in the emails, but other than that, so I did want to make sure everybody knew it was out and it was live. All right, so let's get over to PrettyLinks. So PrettyLinks is a simple WordPress plugin. If you have a WordPress blog or a WordPress site, you can get this pretty easily. It's free, but there is a paid version. I do everything that I need to do with the free version. I've never felt the need to get the paid version. However, I know other people who have the paid version and they like it a lot. So it's really a to each his own kind of thing. I'm kind of a cheapskate, so I think that's why I've never really moved over into the paid version. Honestly, I wouldn't know what to do without this plugin, so there's something to be said for that. Some folks, when they use this, they put it on their existing sites. So for instance, like Jen Brockman, you have your Planning Addicts site. So you'd throw this on there, and then whatever link you created would be planningaddicts.com/PrettyLinks link, whatever that happens to be. I got a really good tip from Connie Reagan Green a couple years back, who is super smart, and I adore her on a personal and professional level. She said that it's a good idea to make something that says something to people. Like she does ConnieLoves.me, and then she has all of her links there on that. And so when you read it in her emails, you're like, oh, hey, Connie loves me. It's really nice, and it is kind of nice. So for us, we do racheladmires.me, but you can put it on any site. So this whole site is just for my PrettyLinks links. When you create a pretty link, what you'll do is you'll add PrettyLink, and then you'll take your affiliate link and you'll paste it in here. So you know what? Let's just do. Let's pretend I know what I'm doing. Okay, and we will make this. This is going to be what your link is going to look like. So you'll want to make sure that whatever you put after this slash says something about what the affiliate link is. So for instance, I wouldn't put Whole Food PLR here if this link actually went to Charlene's social media content, because it wouldn't make any sense. In your title, this is for your reference only. I have a whole system here, as you can see, that I use with my titles. If it's PLR, I'll start it with PLR, and then I'll list whatever the affiliate site is, whether it's a member, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, iDev. Then I'll say who made the PLR, what their website is, and what the PLR actually is. If it's not PLR, then I'll do pretty similar. Not PLR, I'll do payment system. If it's like something specific like training or a free gift, I'll make sure I put that in there somewhere too. And then that way I can kind of keep track of everything. And I'll show you why I do it that way in just a sec. All right, so you have your pretty link. Let's pretend I put my title in there. There you go. So now, if you copy it, you paste it, It should take you directly over there. You go back to the pretty link, and there you go. You can see it's been clicked. It's a good way to kind of also see like where your big clicks are. You can sort it. So you can be like, hey, what's gotten the most clicks of anything I've ever done in my life? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that is a lot of clicks. So it looks like my past emails have gotten a lot of clicks, but also people really love Trish London Moods bite-sized bundles when I promote it. So, I mean, it's really good for figuring that kind of stuff out. The other thing is, one of the reasons that I make the titles the way that I do is because you can do things like, you can search for like little bits of things. Like, let's say I only know Alice Seba did this, so I'll just put in Seba. I'll see what I get. Here we go. So these are all the things from Alice. Or if I want a training product, I'll just look for training. These are all the things I have that aren't PLR, that are training folks in some way. And I mean, there's all these different ways that you can look up things. So that's why for me, it's very important to know what payment system I'm going to be getting paid through, if the product is PLR or not PLR, who made it, what their website is, and what the actual product title is. Because that way I have all of these different things working at the same time. So if I wanted to look up, like, I want to offer my people, I want to like talk to my folks about a really good training. What's my most popular training? Boom, here it is. PLR rewriting formula. I want to look at my most popular freebie. What's my most popular freebie? Type freebie up here. Boom. You know, it's really that simple. Let's see. I think I have. Okay. Jen says that she has this PrettyLinks plugin, but she's never been learned how to use it. Oh, okay. She says Planning Addicts is not WordPress, but she has a few other WordPress sites. The search option is great. Yes, I love the search option, and I really like, for a free plugin, I can't get over it. Like I said, if they forced me to, I'd pay for this in a heartbeat. Greg says he uses PrettyLinks and he likes it. I love it too, Greg. And you know, it's such a it's a time saver in so many ways, and it's so great for like research purposes and housing all your links in one place. And also, guys, for those of you who are not terribly familiar with link cloakers, the other good thing about this is, let's say that I am an affiliate for Whole Food PLR. Okay. Well, here's my link here. Okay, let's do this a different way. Let's say that Greg is an affiliate for Whole Food PLR. All right. But I, as the owner of Whole Food PLR, let's say I've shut it down, or you know, moved to Malibu, ran away from home, I don't know, anything. So all you'd have to do is come in here and click on the edit button. And then you can change this target URL from your affiliate link to another link. So for instance, I have a page set up, gosh, someplace or another, that says something along the lines of, hey, sorry, this offer is no longer valid. Here's a coupon code for Whole Food PLR or Use PLR. And it can just be a dummy page. And that way you don't really have to worry terribly a lot about your links, because you can just come in here really easily. If somebody says, hey, that link is broken, throw your own link in there with a special offer of some kind and be done with it. People will love you, and it won't be a headache, because before I had PrettyLinks, it was a headache, like a real headache, like not even a joke headache. Yeah, Greg, you are definitely right. Greg says that PrettyLinks is going to stop someone from skipping over your link and going directly to the site without giving you credit. Kim has something really smart to say. You can't use PrettyLinks with Amazon. I actually did not know that. So do you mean like if you're selling physical products with Amazon, you can't use PrettyLinks for that, I assume, Kim? Okay. So Kim says if you have an Amazon affiliate link, don't use it in PrettyLinks. I really appreciate you telling us that, Kim, because I did not realize that. Charlene says if you use PrettyLinks in your guest posts, it will prevent somebody from changing the link to their affiliate code, which is really smart because I didn't know that. Well, I mean, I know people can do that. I have no idea how they do that, but I know they do that sometimes. Yeah, and Kim says that Amazon has to be your Amazon link. So anyone who's out there promoting things for Amazon, which we've talked about briefly here and there, you know, it's a great way to sell physical products, you know, as an affiliate, or, you know, there's people do Amazon merch and that kind of things, those kind of things. Be sure that you don't mix that in PrettyLinks. Thank you, Kim, for that. I really appreciate it. Okay, guys, this is Rachel Youngston from usepLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. I've really enjoyed chatting with everybody today. If you have any thoughts on Jen Brockman and her journal planner training program and what you think she should maybe start pricing it at, please let us know. Also, if you have any questions specifically on email marketing that you'd like answered, or on Kartra, because I did ask Angel to come and speak with us on Kartra in a few weeks when she has time, please let me know so we can start gathering those too. All right, guys, have a great week. Be prosperous, be kick-ass, meet your goals. If you need anything, reach out to me, Rachel at usepLR.com. All right, guys, have a good week. Sure, Charlene, no problem. I was happy to do it. Sure, Greg. Have a great week, guys.